Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of UCN News. I'm Kyle Wiebers and here's what's in the headlines for today. First, we will check in with the Spring Sports Showcase. Then we'll talk to two students who have the performance of a lifetime coming up at South by Southwest. We'll also have a special interview with the president of Buena Vista University. And finally, we'll have the premiere of Driving with the Presidents, a fun video featuring President Fred Moore. The Buena Vista University Athletic Department hosted an open-to-the-public preview night for the spring sports team down at the Lake Avenue Lounge this past Wednesday. The event, emceed by first-year athletic director Jack Denholm, gave the members of BV and Storm Lake community a chance to hear about the spring sports' upcoming seasons. The men's tennis, baseball, and softball coaches were in attendance at the preview night. They were given the chance to speak about their teams and give a short preview of what they can expect out of their athletes. Coaches also talked about the season they were having so far and what the competition looked like for the rest of the season. If you would like to catch any home games or matches of the sports talked about tonight, the tennis team will have a home meet on March 31st, baseball's next home game is on April 9th, and softball plays at home on April 1st. Two music production majors here at Buena Vista University, Joe Peets and Josh Hilty, have been working long hours in the on-campus recording studio, creating and producing music. Finally, their work has paid off, and they are traveling down to Austin, Texas, and getting an opportunity to perform their music at the South by Southwest Music Festival. We go now to UCN News reporter Cooper Moss as he met and spoke with Joe and Josh about their upcoming performance.
Recently, the on-campus hip-hop group Spooky Gang was invited to perform at the popular South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin, Texas. We interviewed a few of the members and asked them about the group and what South by Southwest means to them.
Spooky Gang is about recognizing the melancholy moments, the sad moments, while also taking advantage of the happy moments of life. We are about living not in denial of death, not in denial of the sadness of the world, but embracing it and accepting it and choosing what we want, how we want to handle it, basically.
Like I said, Spooky Gang is like a family. It's like we embrace, it's okay to be sad sometimes. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be both, you feel what you feel, just embrace it and enjoy it.
Last minute, we found out that we got booked to go to South by Southwest. Colin ended up bumping into the right people in Austin, and they really liked our stuff, and there's been a big demand at the college and in the city in general just for Spooky Boys music, so there's a lot of excitement. We have a lot of people who are excited and ready to go perform at South by Southwest.
Got us a spot to perform, and a lot of other great artists will be there, and we're just glad to even be considered for it. And I know it's the greatest accomplishment so far that I've ever had, so we're just gonna go there and rage out so hard it's not even gonna be funny.
With the opportunity with South by Southwest is that there's going to be a lot of talent agents there that potentially may look at us and want to sign us. There's also a label, somebody that owns a label that Colin already spoke to, so he's actually a fan of ours already that wants to hear our music, and that's a potential signing right there. And I mean, our careers could possibly take off from South by Southwest.
I mean, South by Southwest can only be described with one word, and that's lit. Other than that, it's a really great opportunity to get our music heard by a lot of A&R reps, label reps, and people. They'll meet us, we'll network, connect with a bunch of producers and rappers and everybody else, and we'll just soon make music with a bunch of new people.
Reporting for UCN News, this is Cooper J. Moss.
If you would like to check out Joe and Josh's music, all of it is available online on the Spooky Boys SoundCloud. Joining us today is BVU's President Fred Moore. President Moore, how are you doing today?
Fine. How are you, Kyle?
Good. As you know, President Moore will be retiring from Buena Vista at the end of this school year. So how has your last year as president been going, President Moore?
It's been a lot of fun, Kyle. And we've pushed hard right to the end. We've been working on a lot of projects, the forum campaign and the launch of our relationship with the Learning House for our online programs, and now the transition to Dr. Merchant. We're busy making sure that he has all the information that he needs to really get off to a fast start in July. So it's been a great experience.
Very good. I know this is maybe a hard question considering you've been here for over 20 years, but what is one of your favorite memories of being president at BVU?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. There have been a lot of really fun times. I think I'd point to collection of experiences, maybe more, rather than just one. And some of the most rewarding times that I've had have been when I felt like we've really made a difference in the lives of students, either as a collective body or on an individual basis. And that's, after all, why we do what we do. So those particular times stand out a lot for me.
Awesome. So aside from your duties as president here in this last year, what items are still on your BVU bucket list?
Well, I'm on this show after all.
That's right.
And I'm really hoping we're going to get huge ratings tonight.
I hope so. You know,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too, because from the first day that I've come on campus, it's been on my BVU bucket list to get a selfie with you.
Oh.
So hopefully we can each cross something off of our bucket
right.
list tonight.
Yeah.
Again, you've impacted so many people throughout your time here on campus, and if you could, I don't know, maybe there's not one thing, again, maybe a collective thing, but what are you going to miss most about this university?
Oh gosh, the people. I mean, students, faculty, staff, donors who've made an enormous difference, who've given up their resources to make a difference in the lives of students. I've met some incredibly interesting people along the way, and those are memories that I'll cherish. And I have to say, especially rewarding times that I've had with students. I don't get to spend as much time with students as I would like. There are many demands in this job, and I wish I could spend more time with students. But the times that I have had with students have been just terrific. A lot of fun.
Great. So we're going to shift gears a little bit. Before the show, you and I were talking about the team that runs North Carolina in college basketball. We disagree on that, but I know that March Madness is coming right around the corner. How far do you see your Tar Heels going?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think we're a possible Final Four contender. A lot of people have us in the Final Four. We'll see. But you know, you have to be really good for 6 games, or 4 games to get there, and 6 games to win it. And you have to be a little bit lucky. Yes. Dean Smith used to say that. You do. Things have to fall your way. And so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of good teams out there. I mean, our game with Duke tomorrow will be a big test for us. We're both in the NCAA tournament, obviously, but it'll be a big game for the ACC tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to watching that.
Those games are always great basketball.
Oh, they are.
Always great basketball. So as I understand, last fall you had the opportunity to ride around with campus with student body president Caitlin Brinkerhoff.
Yes.
What do you say we take a look at that now?
Well, you know, she scared me to death.
How so?
She's an atrocious driver. I mean, it was really frightening. It was I had to go to the hospital after it. It was more than I could handle. Now,
Well,
Caitlin's great. She's a great leader, and she's been a great student senate president.
Well, we're going to take a look at that video now, and here is the premiere of Driving with the Presidents. Please enjoy.
Madam President,
Mr. President,
how are you today?
great. How are you?
Fine. You ready to go for a spin?
Absolutely.
You are a world-class driver, so I like to ride shotgun. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
All right, great. Okay.
Okay. How you doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing fine.
That's awesome. So, do you prefer to go by President Moore? Do you like being called by your first name, just Fred?
You can do whatever you want. Whatever
Okay.
makes you feel more comfortable.
Awesome. See, I prefer to be called President Brinkerhoff, but, you know, I'll give you an exception to call me Caitlin, so
All
that's
right.
totally okay.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that. You know what I found is students initially call me President Moore, but as they get to know me, sometimes students will call me Fred, and that's okay with me. So you do whatever you want. There's Coach Van Happen. How you doing? Hey. Students are the best part of the job,
Yeah?
honestly.
So would
Here
you say
we
that's
are.
probably one of your favorite parts
Oh, gosh,
of being a president here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get to spend as much time with students as I would like because of the other responsibilities of the job.
Yeah.
But yeah, easily the best part of the job. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a trite statement, but it's really true. I mean, you're the reason we're here. It's a privilege to be able to work with you all at such a formative time in your lives, and it's why we do this work.
What's going to be the biggest thing that you're going to miss when you leave BV?
Well, that's probably one of the things. Although in my new work, going in and assessing what an institution needs and working with a search committee and campus constituents. So I'll be doing that kind of work. So I'll still be going to college campuses, but it won't be the same as being on a campus for a long time and forming the kind of relationships that I've had here. So I'll miss the people, and in particular, I'll miss the students a lot. So I'll ask you, so far, what's been the best part of the job? Are you enjoying it? And has anything surprised you about it?
Nothing's really surprised me too much. I like how students feel comfortable talking to me.
So you'll graduate in May.
Yep.
Okay. So you and I are moving on at the same time.
Yep. So I think it's really exciting, and I don't know, big changes are happening, and we both get to be a part of it.
Yeah. Well, Caitlin, thanks for taking me on a great ride today.
Thank you for joining me.
You're a great driver.
Thank you.
That did look like a lot of fun, President Moore. I will agree with you, though. I look like she did take a couple of those corners a little fast, so I do understand your concern about her driving.
I think what you ought to do is you ought to contact Mark Kirkholm and show him that video and see if he'll issue a ticket to Caitlin.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you, President Moore, for being on the show tonight. And on behalf of the BVU community, I'd like to take this opportunity now to say thank you for everything that you've done for this university and for everyone here. That's all the time we have for today. If you have any suggestions or stories that you think we should cover for our next show, feel free to get a hold of us on Facebook at UCN Studios. For all of us here at UCN, we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Kyle Wiebers, and you've been watching UCN News. Good night, Beaver Nation.
Okay, nicely done.